What's going on, everybody? Doing another video on the SeaDoo project, and I just wanted to show you what we got going on today. So today is going to be a nice little video of this unit right here. You can see the button is basically destroyed. So the red cover is completely gone, and the actual button inside, that is metal from the inside of that button. So I ordered a new one from ODI Marine. It's here. I ordered the little tool that comes with it just to make this a little bit easier process. The VTS stuff looks okay, but I did get a new cover for both the VTS and the start-stop there. I also got new grips. I got the extended grips for the ODIs. So we're gonna go ahead and install those as well. And I did get a beeper for the inside of this cover for the handlebars. So I figured while I'm there, let's just replace that. I'm sure the VTS buttons are okay. So we're gonna send those. And I did get a new desk post because I believe that my desk post is having issues. I figured, you know what? While I'm here, I'm doing all this wiring, I might as well just complete the whole deal. But my jet ski does not start right now, and I believe this is the culprit. So we're gonna go ahead and tackle that today. I'm not gonna film the entire process. We're just gonna go ahead and film some of the in-between scenes. If you have any questions on how to do this, but feel free to go ahead and leave that in the comments, and I will help you as much as I can. All right, so first things first, you're gonna remove this little cap with a flathead screwdriver, and then underneath here, let's try to get it to focus, is a 10mm bolt. And we're gonna go ahead and remove that so that we can get the grips off. So yeah, as soon as you get the bolt out, the grips literally slide off the end here. And then we're gonna go ahead and we'll add the new extenders on here once we get done. So we'll be checking that out here in a second. All right, so pretty simple to get this far, guys. We're gonna show you what I got here. This is all in pretty good shape, and my bar pad's in pretty good shape too, so I'm kind of lucky there. But this beeper here is bad. It's 4 screws and the cover kind of comes off, and there's a little styrofoam pad underneath, so you're gonna want to make sure that comes off in one piece and all. So that is the original OEM beeper. It doesn't work or works sometimes, so we're just gonna go ahead and replace it. So I'm gonna take that off. It kind of just screws in place. It might actually even just clip in place, so we're gonna go ahead and take a look at that. But the wiring runs through here, so we actually have to depin it to get it out. The throttle cable we're not really gonna do anything with, but this side here, we're gonna need to take a screwdriver and we're gonna need to loosen it so we can get the wiring out for the start-stop button. And then after that, we should be able to put the new one in, no problem. So that's where we're at with this one. Okay, so for the beeper, we know after we open the top of the back of this, the depinning, it's gonna be, if you're looking at it from the top, it's gonna be purple on the left side and the gray and black on the right. So just gonna remember that when we're depinning this and then pinning the new one, because they are the same. So the start-stop button, you have the yellow on the one that says calm up top, and then black is your ground. And we're gonna go over here to the actual connector. So if you look at the connector here, we are gonna do, it's gonna be yellow is gonna be on the right side of it. So like if you're looking at it like this, it'll be yellow on the right and black on the left. Unfortunately, I think the ODI Marine one is double black, which is super confusing. It makes no sense. So let me just double check and verify that before I give you that information, but I'm pretty sure both those wires are black, and that's not fun. So yeah, just in my opinion, ODI Marine, this is kind of a fumble here. We've got black wires on both, and it's very difficult to figure out where the wires go if you, you know, are running it through something and don't know which wire goes where, and you have to run a connector to it. So in my opinion, that's a poor decision. All right, so just a little pro tip from me. I basically held this entire harness out nice and straight. I grabbed one of the wires, and I just grabbed it by the sheathing here, and I pulled on it, and when this section here would tilt, it would let me know which wire I was pulling on. So I went ahead and I marked it with a little bit of gold on the end there, just a little bit of yellow Sharpie, so that way I know which wire is which. That's the COM wire, so I know that it goes on the side that's marked COM on the red one. I forget which color it is. I'll let you know here in a second. It is on the factory unit. The COM is the yellow wire, so I basically use a little yellow and gold Sharpie on the COM side of the wiring so that I know which one it is when I slide it all together. So we're gonna go back together now. I got everything out. It was super easy to depin and find out which wire goes where. It's just a matter of, you know, doing your due diligence. All right, guys, so we're mostly back together here. Unfortunately, I don't have a garage, so I have to kind of do this while the light allows. So right now we're putting on the bar extenders. I don't know if you can see the focus. There they are, the extenders. Use a 10 mil deep socket with the original bolt. I don't think you can use the washer. I tried to use the washer on here, it wouldn't fit in there. So I use these ODI extenders, the OSD Marine extenders for these ODI grips. And you just use your factory bolt and put it right back in these extenders, and they should mount in there nice and tight. Don't overdo the tightening. And then, yeah, so I'll show you when I get all that finished. Good morning, guys. So it is the next morning, and I was able to finish everything up last night, thankfully, before it got too dark. It was just too dark to film, but we did get the ODI grips on with the extenders from OSD Marine. I was able to get the start-stop button replaced. That was it was a little tedious, but it did go in eventually. Not too bad, pretty easy to do. We got the new button on top, so it's got the actual switch is new, and the button cover on top is new, as well as that VTS and the beeper. There it is. This beeper, for some reason, is quiet compared to the last beeper that was in here. Like when it worked, it was pretty loud. I'm not sure why that is, but I'm sure we'll dig into it. I'll ask one of the forums some questions to see if it's a beeper issue or if it's a me issue. So I'll post anything that I find out from that. Other than that, though, the button did fix the no start issue I was having. So put this old style key on. I still have a desk post to put in, so we'll get on that eventually. So here's the start. And you can hear the starter kicks on. So that is fantastic. So that means that all works again, and it does fire right up. Obviously I have the gas off right now because we're not running the ski. We have that nozzle is amazing. I definitely recommend, if Today We Wrench has any more of these, you kind of jump in on that. It's a nice piece. Definitely recommend getting one of those. And yeah, and I do have a lot more to put on the ski. There's a couple things I want to do yet. I got to put the fuel float in to get the fuel gauge working, because the fuel gauge on here works, but the VTS gauge and the speedometer are broken, and I do plan to replace those. I know some of you will say there's no need to even run the gauges, but I like the gauges. They're there. I want them to work. So yeah. And then we do have other things on the way, which I will be posting eventually. I don't want to give it all away, you know. That's some of the fun, suspensive video making. But yeah, thanks for sticking along and hanging out with me while we put this thing back together. I have a cover on the way so I can get it out of the weather. Again, I don't have a garage. I just kind of have my backyard here for now, but yeah. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. So thanks again for hanging out.